He said, look, I got rebound that's coming. I'm ready to pull up for this three. But no other center in the league can do what we just saw there. AD sliding his feet, taking away the drive.
Real nice. Max Christie got the start, set a new career high with 15 points. Let's go inside the Laker locker room. He's with Mike.
Max, before the game, JJ had mentioned you know how Minnesota plays with the ball pressure and excuse me, trying to create turnovers and such. Did you feel like that that still, even early in the game, kind of got out of hand, and why do you feel like it did?
Yeah, I mean, we had 11 turnovers in the first quarter. I think we had 22 in the whole game entirely. I had 4, so that's way too many for me. But, yeah, I mean, that's what they do. That's their calling card is the defensive end. So I thought we did a really good job defensively, and then I think our turnovers kind of just kept us out of the game a little bit on the offensive end. So their pressure bothered us a little bit for sure.
A couple of times you got back into the game and kind of that second unit to start the second quarter and the fourth quarter. What did you see there, and where do you think it kind of ultimately didn't sustain?
I mean, again, I think our turnovers were an issue. I think that's probably just the biggest key to the game for us on the offensive end. We only scored 87 points, and it's gonna be hard to win any game against any team in the most prestigious league of basketball. When you have 22 turnovers in a game, 11 in the first quarter dug us into a little bit of a hole. So, yeah, that's just kind of the story of the game. You can't have 22 turnovers to another team. Minnesota's really good on the offensive end too, so we had to take care of the ball.
Do you feel like rust played a factor in terms of the turnovers? Rust.
Oh, rust. I mean, not really. I mean, sure, I guess. We haven't played a game in a few days. I thought we were pretty well rested. I think it showed on the defensive end. But, yeah, I mean, you could say rust a little bit. And then their pressure, you give them credit. They did a good job of pressuring us. They did a good job of disrupting our rhythm. So.
The first 15 games or so this season, you guys were every night consistently over 110 points. You've only done it once in the last 10 games. Where are you? Is there still trust in the process offensively in the room? Is it? I guess what are you seeing on that end?
Yeah, I mean, nobody's given up on this team. First of all, as us as a unit. JJ said that this morning. Everybody has belief in us still, from a coaching staff, and I know we have belief in each other. So that's there for sure. But I think offensively for us, we acknowledge it too. After the game, we just got to be better. Our defense has given us chances to win games. Every single game we're in. And so tonight the turnovers was an issue. Other nights, it can be other things offensively. But it's just a little bump in the road that we got to fix. We got enough guys in this room and enough firepower to know that we can do 100, 110 points a game, like you said. So it's just a blip for us, and we're not concerned. It's a long season. We're over about a quarter of the way through, so we got 3/4 still of the season to go. So we're not worried. We got a lot of time to fix it, and we're going to be proactive with it for sure. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
More to come on Access. Lakers come up short in Minnesota and have only won 3 of their last 11 games. More post-game reaction on the way after the break.
Access Sportsnet Lakers is
a new career high there.
Yeah. My pick for the night, Gear.
Yes,
He's been trending in the right direction with his effort. I think the more time on the court for Max, the more comfortable he's going to get, the more confident he's going to gain, and will continue to, play at a level that he's capable of.
Christian Koloko had 3 blocks and was a team best plus 12 in 12 minutes. He's standing by with Mike.
Christian, first of all, JJ said that you had a really kind of vocal and a good practice the other day. I want to say on Wednesday, and he thought that translated to the game. What did you see from that standpoint?
Oh, I just felt like, we need more communication. I think I talked about it before we went on this trip. We did a lot of talk, defensive talk in practice, and then just carrying on to the game. I think tonight we had a pretty good defensive game. I think one of our best defensive game of the season. Unfortunately, we lost, but I think we just got to continue to talk on defense, and yeah.
Yeah, clearly the rim protection was there for you, not just the 3 blocks, but just discouraging some shots at the rim. What were you communicating out to the rest of the defense about kind of being organized?
Oh, I mean, we have a defensive strategy. We're just trying to, do whatever the coach asks us to do, and myself, just doing my job, protecting the pen, and just trying to cover up for my teammates. Whenever there was like a mistake made, we gotta have that cover up mentality. I think we did a pretty good job. I think Eddie got a couple of blocks too tonight. So as I said, we had a pretty good defensively, but Yeah, the forward and shot, 49 on offense.
Right, yeah, the offense, the shots weren't going down, and there were a lot of turnovers. So do you see a commonality between those turnovers especially?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's hard to win a basketball game when you have, I think we had 22 turnovers. So I think that's one of the reasons we kind of lost this game. We have a lot of turnovers. We got to do a better job, protecting. We got to do a better job with the ball. And yeah, I think if you have like 5 less turnovers, we will have a better game, But that's just part of the game. We have another game on Sunday, so we just got to go home and put this game in the trash and, just save what we have to save from this game and then go to the next game.
More to come on Access. We'll look at the week ahead for the late show, starting with a Sunday showdown at home against John Morant. Let's take a look at the road ahead here. You got the Grizzlies at home, and then what? You're on the road for 2?
Yeah, they do this weird thing.
Sack and sack?
Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes you go to the city, you play them twice in a row. Detroit could be a revenge game. Remember the Pistons beat the Lakers on that 1-4 road trip, and then Christmas Day against Golden State. Not pictured. They also play Cleveland between Christmas and New Year's. It is not an easy schedule, guys, over the last few weeks.
They had that really tough stretch where they were just gone, and then they came home for 1, and then back out on the road for 2. It's not getting easier yet, Press.
No, it's
Remember
the NBA.
And
The NBA, Rob. The NBA's tough, Rob.
And didn't they go to Minnesota preseason?
Milwaukee
Milwaukee
yeah.
preseason. That's
Yeah, that was an interesting one. Let's go to Milwaukee for one game and come back. And
A little soft coming up in January, a little soft schedule in January.
it's either January or February. I forget which month. One month is a killer month. Good teams.
February is a lot of time off for All-Star break. So
There you go. There you go. It'll be kind of like the in-season tournament break. 2 games in 10 days. Yeah.
Tough sledding ahead, but hopefully get LeBron back, get some health with this
that's
team.
why they get paid the big bucks.
That's why they do, Rob. Good point, Robert. Austin Reaves returned. He had 18 points on 6 of 16. Was 4 for 8 from 3, which was really nice to see. And, of course, did his thing, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Another good game for Austin once he got going, got the rust off. Back to Minnesota. Austin Reaves is speaking with Mike Villa.
So first of all, how did you feel physically after the 5 missed games and getting back onto the court?
Yeah, I felt good. First 5 minutes I was winded, but felt really good. Was very happy to be back out there competing, and upset that we didn't get the win, but very pleased with how I felt.
Just in terms of your legs, you've been playing so much basketball. Did it feel at all good to get some time off of the legs, or does that end up just in the middle of a season like this? Do you feel like there could be any benefit for you as the season goes on and getting a little recharge, or were you just rehabbing the whole time?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's good, and I wouldn't say bad. It's always good to constantly get rehab, not just on whatever injury you have, but trying to make yourself feel, tip-top shape in every aspect. But, the bad part about it is you don't play as much basketball. I didn't get, many days to really be on the court and, play before tonight, just because with the injury that I had, it was tough to really be on the court for the first week or so with the discomfort that I had. So the turnaround was really quick, but like I said, I was really pleased with how I felt and how I played, other than a couple turnovers, a couple missed bunnies, but other than that, I thought I was solid and felt really good.
You could argue that the defense was good enough to win a game. But where did the turnovers, especially, where did you see a lot of that coming out of, and how much of a problem was it?
Yeah, I think a lot of that, the first quarter, was my fault. Not having us organized, not being on the court, like the last 2 weeks. I thought, kind of left a little indecision in my mind, with some stuff that we could have been doing. So I got to be better there. But I thought after that we were, very solid. Obviously a turnover here and there, a couple missed, box outs on free throws. And those are really big plays. So, I'll watch film, I'll get better, and like I said, I'll see what I can do to, help us be better in that aspect and, put, the team in, good positions to be successful.
JJ mentioned that he felt like, obviously after turnovers, you guys start to create some good looks. Process-wise, how did you feel about the offense in terms of what you guys are generating out there?
Yeah, I thought we did get a lot of good looks, in that fourth quarter, third quarter, when we didn't turn it over. Just unfortunately, we didn't make a couple of them, and it's a miss-make league. If you miss a shot on one end, or miss 2 in a row, they have opportunity to make us have a 6-0 run, whatever. It's a very big momentum game, and tonight we just didn't have enough of those plays to win the game. But I thought we competed every possession to at a high enough level to win the game. We just didn't make enough shots.
All right, Big Shot, I'll start with you. We'll just go around. No LeBron again tonight. They didn't have him last week against Portland either. Unsure on Sunday as well, but definitely feeling a void there. But hopefully when he's back, the foot is better and he's healthy and rested and ready to go.
Yeah, the thing about LeBron, he makes the game so much easier for the people around him because he demands a double team like AD. So now you got 2 guys on the floor that demand double teams, and when he penetrates, he knows how to kick, and he's a willing passer. That's the one thing, since he stepped into this league, he's a willing passer, but it's up to those guys to get that rhythm and knock down those shots. The other thing is, if you steal it from him, he's going to run you down and block it from behind. So those are the things that you mentioned from Bond. But all of that, I think sometimes is overlooked, is his leadership.
Yeah.
The leadership is what's missed a lot because he can get guys to play the right way.
Watching tonight, James, in that fourth quarter, and there were so many crucial possessions where if you hit the shot, you're getting it to 2 or you're getting it back to 3. And that's just where when you're not shooting the basketball, if you have LeBron, you just know you got a great chance at him driving, getting an and one, or creating for someone else.
That for sure, and you also have a coach on the floor. He's really good at, delegating, telling people how to get in space and place, what pick he wants. And he kind of, keeps the floor space, and he kind of decompresses the team a little bit. And when you have a guy like that on your team, I always knew when Magic had the ball, I just decompressed because I knew he knew what he was doing. I knew he was the leader, and so you do miss that. And it's hard to get 2 or 3 guys to make up for that. Reaves is okay, he does it, but there's nothing that can replace LeBron, that triple threat of being able to score, pass,
do everything,
and shoot. You miss that.
The big question, will he play Sunday here in L.A. against, excuse me, a very good Memphis team? I'm gonna bet yes. 2 reasons. Memphis and the Lakers, they kind of like to go at each other. There's a lot of John. Even though Dylan Brooks is gone, he's with a different team now. I have a feeling he'll want to play because of that. And more importantly, it'll have been 9 days between games for LeBron. His last game was a week ago, and he had 39-point triple-double in Atlanta in the game that the Lakers had a chance to win. But in a few of their games like that lately, they didn't, Geet.
All right, stick with us. We're still waiting to hear from Anthony Davis. That's coming up. Access.